Less than 24 hours after releasing a love note to her family, friends, and fans, Dolly Parton has released a song dedicated to her late husband, Carl Dean, who died earlier this week. Just after midnight, Parton posted on social media, sharing that the new song, If You Hadn't Been There, had been released alongside a photo of her with Dean. Carl and I fell in love when I was 18 and he was 23, and like all great love stories, they never end. They live in memory and in song, and I dedicate this to him, Parton wrote. Throughout the song, the lyrics repeat the phrase, I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. Dolly refers to Dean in the lyrics as her rock and a soft place to land, and shared how he pushed her, the woman known as Dollywood's dreamer-in-chief, to dream more than dared. Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's husband of nearly 60 years who inspired Jolene, dies at 82. While Dean was known to be a very private person who avoided the spotlight, it's not the first time he has inspired one of Dolly's songs. Fans of her music will likely recall that Dean, and a flirty bank teller who seemed to take an interest in him, was the inspiration behind Jolene. Dolly Parton has shared a heartfelt tribute to her late husband, Carl Dean, after he passed away at the age of 82, almost 60 years after the couple met in Tennessee, where they lived together for many decades. The 79-year-old country music mogul revealed in a post shared on her social media accounts that Dean passed away in Nashville. However, she did not share a cause of death. Carl Dean, husband of Dolly Parton, passed away March 3rd in Nashville at the age of 82, the statement began. He will be laid to rest in a private ceremony with immediate family attending. He is survived by his siblings Sandra and Donnie. The post then included a personal statement from Parton, who said, Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy. The family asks for privacy during this difficult time. Jolene songstress Parton and her husband maintained a very private life. While the country music sensation became a global phenomenon, her husband, a former asphalt paver, preferred to stay away from the spotlight, holding down the fort at home while she traveled the world. Dolly Parton has revealed that Carl Dean, her husband of 60 years, whom she lived with in their Tennessee home, has passed away at the age of 82. The couple met on the day that Parton moved to Nashville when she was just 18 years old, bumping into one another outside of the wishy-washy laundromat, according to the Associated Press. 2 years later, the couple tied the knot in a heartfelt ceremony in Ringgold, Georgia, and opted to stay out of the spotlight, tucking away at their ultra-private Nashville home, where they lived throughout the entirety of their marriage. The couple spent their days in a 5-bathroom property that sits on 63 acres and is informally known as Willow Lake Plantation. Although it's unknown how much the couple splashed out for the property, Realtor.com estimates that the property is now worth $8.8 million. In 2014, Parton garnered approval from the Brentwood Board to build a barn on the property that architecturally matches the other 3 barns on the residence and doesn't exceed 17 feet in height. Because of the couple's bid for a private life, little is known about their 2-story property. Although Dean decided to remain out of the public eye, he frequently inspired his wife's career, most notably influencing her hit song Jolene. Their marriage has long been a hot topic, as Dolly previously revealed that they have an emotionally open marriage, and that she had even developed feelings for another man. In 2017, Parton revealed in her book, Dolly on Dolly, Interviews and Encounters with Dolly Parton, that she developed crushes on other men while married. I've had crushes on some very unusual men, but Carl knows I'll always come home, and I'm not having sex with these people. I'm just flirting and having fun. Yes, it's an open relationship, but not sexually, and I would kill him if I thought he was doing that. He would shoot me too. At the end of the day, we love each other madly. Whilst Hollywood stars might be known for having some of the most dramatic relationships, not all celebrities have turbulent love lives. With news of breakups, short-lived romances, and affairs dominating headlines, there are many couples who have celebrated their pearl and ruby anniversaries and beyond. From Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, who met on a film set back in 1983, to David Bowie and Iman, who were set up on a blind date in 1990 and stayed together until his death in 2016. Many have survived the crazy world of showbiz. This week, Dolly Parton was left devastated by her husband Carl Dean's death after 60 years together. Although he was known for being reclusive while the country musician reached dizzying heights of fame, they successfully celebrated decades together. Dolly once told how they relied on their shared sense of humor to avoid conflict and credited it for their happy marriage. So, what are the secrets to a long-lasting relationship in Hollywood? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have been together since 1983 and have son Wyatt Russell along with daughter Kate Hudson and son Oliver Hudson from Goldie's second marriage. They began seeing each other in 1983 while they were working on the film Swing Shift. And while they have been together over 40 years, they have never married. Recently, she revealed the secret to their successful long-time relationship that has spanned more than 4 decades. "You have to have good sex," Goldie said at her Love-In Gala celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Goldie Hawn Foundation and Mind You P. When Dolly Parton was left devastated by her husband Carl Dean's death this week, aged 82, the secrets to their 60 years of marriage resurfaced. Dolly met her husband Carl at a laundromat in Nashville in 1964, when she was just 18 years old, and through the dizzy heights of fame, Carl remained a constant and supportive figure for Dolly behind the scenes. "I'd never been in a laundromat before. I walked outside, there was this good-looking man that drove by the wishy-washy laundromat, and he pulled over to the side," she said of their first meeting. "So we started talking and we married 2 years later." They tied the knot in 1966 and remained as loved up as ever over the years, even renewing their vows in a ceremony at their Nashville home in 2016. Dolly told how they relied on their shared sense of humor to avoid conflict and credited it for their decades-long happy marriage. Speaking fondly of her hilarious husband, the singer once gushed, "He's quiet and I'm loud, and we're funny, we have a lot of fun." Carl was known for being reclusive, and the couple mainly kept their relationship out of the public eye despite Dolly's global fame. Yet the country music icon did address their romance on occasion, notably when they were hit by claims they were in an open relationship. Dolly previously shed light on the truth about their marriage, quipping that they were in an open relationship when it came to flirting, but not anything else.